Hello, Jacob here. Figured I'd kind of throw back to some of my older videos, which were, as you know, jerseys and jersey unboxings, and also hats. But tonight, thought I'd show off my small yet mighty Minnesota Wild collection. As you may or may not know, I've recently really been following the Wild probably since, I would say, 2016, 2017, and picked up a few jerseys along the way. Now, I will say that up until this past year, I had a jersey of the Wild, but for whatever reason, can't seem to find it. Probably got rid of it, who knows. So my current Wild collection is at 5 Wild jerseys, but, you know, I may or may not add or subtract to that as the years go on, just depending on if I can find, you know, basically more jerseys, or if they come out with alternates and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I have these jerseys arranged by the age that they are, and all of these jerseys, as I said before, came either like late December of 2018 or all of 2019, so basically within the last about 6 or 7 months. So let's go ahead and show off the first one. And the first one that I have here is a circa 2003-2004 Minnesota Wild Coho. See if I can get this in here. Size extra large tie-up jersey. Now, at this particular time, this particular style of tie-up jersey actually tied up the jersey and wasn't just for decoration, which some of the more recent Adidas jerseys have done, and even a lot of the Reebok jerseys. I mean, they were useful, but they have the NHL like patch and stuff on it. Here, it's just literally, well, nothing. So if you decide to wear the jersey without a shirt on, well, let's just say you'll be showing off a little manliness there, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah. As I said before, this was the Wild 2003-2004 alternate Coho, size extra large. And actually, this is my most recent Wild jersey. Picked this up probably within about the last week and a half. This next one, I just recently picked up as well, probably within the last 2 weeks or so. And that is this Minnesota Wild Reebok Premier, size extra large, with the, you know how that's going to pick it up, the 10-year patch on it. So this was their older style. Again, this would have been circa 2010. I don't know if it would have been the 09-10 or 10-11. I want to say the 10-11 season. Blank white road. And honestly, one of my personal favorites, just because I love the patch and just kind of seeing some of the older style Twins jerseys. You know, for a team that has only been around for like 20 years, they actually have a decent like change in their jerseys and stuff. So now this next jersey was my first ever Wild. Well, actually, I should say this is my second ever Wild jersey. As I mentioned before, I can't seem to find the first one. Probably got rid of it or something, because it really didn't fit me that well. But this was the one I got around Christmas time, and it's the 2017-2018 style, and it is an Adidas home green Minnesota Wild, size 54. Adidas. And I gotta say, just around the NHL, this has got to be one of my personal favorite just Adidas jerseys in general. Like, a lot of like the jersey pundits, and this particular one is a blank. Just the way that the Wild logo with the off-white sort of cream jersey, like the striping, the sewn on M. And also, this is my first Wild jersey that has, so we can get this here, the fight strap, as all Adidas jerseys come with. So yeah, like I say, this was the jersey that I rocked with for pretty much most of the Wild season, at, going into the second half of the year, All-Star break and all that stuff. Now this next one I got it's actually kind of interesting because this particular player got traded away before the trade deadline, and Dick's was running a sale, and on one of the Reddit posts that I follow, hockey, like the r_hockey jerseys, was basically they put this link up, and well, let's just say I got a $225 jersey for $50. It was like 53 or 54 with shipping. And here it is. It is, again, a green Minnesota Wild jersey with number 3 on the side. Yep, this was a Charlie Coyle Minnesota Wild jersey. And again, size 54 as well. Got this for $53 because he got traded for Ryan Donato on his way to Boston, where it was actually a very crucial part of their playoff success and just couldn't quite get past the St. Louis Blues. But still, I mean, for $53 for an authentic jersey, you can't go wrong. Oh, and also, as I said before, just like in the other ones, fight strap. And last but certainly not least, and probably my personal favorite Wild jersey in my collection, got this from CoolHockey.com back in early April, and got this with some tax return money and all that stuff. And the reason why I'm a really big fan of this is because, well, I got this thing. Oh man. See, I love this thing because, as you can clearly see, it is my first road white Adidas jersey. Size 54 with the Minnesota sublimated into the collar, which was one of my favorite touches with the more recent Minnesota Wild white jerseys, having the Minnesota sublimated in there. I always find it kind of cool seeing all the different being a jersey collector, just seeing kind of all the little different like nuances and wordings and just overall, general stuff that they do to their back of the like collars and stuff like that, just to kind of make their jerseys their own. But yeah, this is also, I put the captaincy on here just because why not? It was, I was already paying the top dollar for this. And the reason why I paid top dollar for this, as you can see here, 94 on the side, got myself a custom-made jersey. And what's nice about this jersey, as opposed to the Coyle, as you can see here, on the Coyle jersey, Adidas sort of has this weird thing where they only, like for the retail, they'll only stitch one time around here, so it's more like if you're familiar with like NFL jerseys, like the Premier jerseys, where they have it sort of like painted on, they just have it single stitched, as opposed to the numbers, like where this cream would be. It's just, screened on, but the red is stitched, whereas opposed to this jersey, which is double stitched. The red is actually stitched onto the green, and the Carroll on the back, because, well, that's my last name for those of you who may or may not know. And then, of course, with it being the road jersey, they have the Minnesota Wild as their side patch. So, yeah. Here, just quick jump on and show off my Wild jerseys. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob, and have a wonderful night.